Why hello there, my fellow Legion. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech We Are Legion. Episode 12. It was super effective. So we got the Ancient Danger. So I need a new priority, don't I? There you go. What you think I should do? Give you 5 minutes on that. And the current priority right now is recruit Brent. So I'll probably, because Brent is a baseliner, doesn't really have genes worth stealing anyway, I'm going to leave Brent out of the gene extractor. Because gene extraction also hurts the mood, as you can see. Genes harvested -8 for 17 days. So if we're trying to recruit him and try to convert him, it's best if he's happy. Oh, you ran out of power. Turtle. Carry did order the recharger. So I have 51 steel, which is just enough. Just enough to get the subcore soft scanner. It's one more than I would need, which allows me to make that clean sweep. So I'll add that to the priority as well. Recruit Brent and gestate a clean sweeper. I'm prioritizing that over the leg because Bryce at least moves at regular speed on one leg and a prosthetic. Is it worthwhile to get one more mech charger? It might be. Obviously now waste is not as much of a problem for me as it once was because I'm able to remove waste and send it to the Empire with transport pods. So I could be convinced that that'd be a worthwhile endeavor. I think I would probably wait until it was a priority though, because I've only ever had a bot run out of charge like once or twice. It's not that big of a deal, especially for a lifter bot. It's like, oh well. Better things to do. Alright, that's probably enough marble. Although, with that said, I started mining for where I could stick the bot charger. It's kind of an ugly mountain, though. So it looks like gaining plasteel is going to be the priority. And there's a few different ways to be able to do that. I could do spelunking mining tunnels. I could prioritize ground pen scanning once I have at least one advanced component, which maybe I forbid the the subcore soft scanner to be able to do the ground pen. Or there's long range, or there's trade, or there is settling other adjacent tiles for Ancient Dangers. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to get plasteel. I'm going to have you polled on what is your preferred method. Running quite low on psycasters. Now we can always have our wasters use yayo or flake or go juice, but I'm going to keep an eye on that because I don't want to be T-less. So I'm just going to assume plasteel is going to win. How to get plasteel. And Vitals Monitor is done. So we have a proper hospital now. With a good bed, excellent quality bed. So we need a lot of healthcare. We've had a lot of missing limbs. That is definitely a recurring theme for our combatants, is limbs go missing frequently. Don't know how I feel about that. Just stating a fact. I don't think it would be a terrible idea to turn this into something, meaning that I'm going to want to smooth out the walls for whatever that becomes. So, Ancient Danger versus Ground Scanner. Let me go ahead and have them do a head-to-head here. They were very clearly the more popular choices, so pick between the two. What do you think? Best method for me to get plasteel. I think what I'm going to do is leave these cryptosleep caskets here just in case I need to hibernate someone. It doesn't... The amount of resources that I would get breaking them down isn't worth the removal until I have cryptosleep casket construction myself. And I'm going to keep the soft scanner forbidden until this remedies, because I'm not going to be able to make an ancient a ground pen scanner if I use the plasteel to make a soft scanner. So 17 days, 16 days, 8 days, and 8 days. So in about 8 days, I have 2 more people to gene scan. Hey, Sajuka. Welcome to the stream. The bait beacon is constructed. So now, at this point, I can get... Stick it here. I can get, trade beacons that won't attract pod drop raiders with a bait beacon in place. Yep. Good. If you go 50-50, that's fine. I always have my coin that I flip. You want to leave it to chance. What are we doing in here? Oh, hauling the weapons. Okay. Can you gene rip forever as long as you wait for the cooldown? Yes. Yes, you can. Just keep ripping, just keep ripping. Research project is waiting. I'm going to get advanced lights and then have you polled about what to do next. Hi, Nick. 9 months already. Cheers. Fugitive Outpost. Anarchist Mike Mudgett from the League of Freedom sent us a message. It's an outpost controlled by the Sophian Empire, guarded by 4 Imperials, and they are guarding a harp or an... Well, they'll pay us to clear it with a harp or an Eltex vest or goodwill. So, the last poll... Actually, I have to assign value to the coin flip. Heads will be ground pen scan, tails will be ancient danger. And it is heads, which is ground pen scan. Should we accept the bandit camp quest? Yay or nay? Do I want the possibility of the ground scanner as heated? Nah, I don't care. I'll stick it out here. I may want to set up their meals to be simple meals only. Because I see us feeding them fine meals, and I'm only trying to recruit Brent, so the rest of them can definitely be on just simple meals. If I had not nutrient paste, I would consider that, but I'm not going to build a whole nutrient paste thing for a temporary prison. That seems unreasonable. The other thing that we're going to need to do for Brent once he converts is sterilize him, as that is a requirement to join as well. Show true commitment to the cause. And another quest, blood meeting. Oh, yeah. Well, 3 sanguophages want to meet here, and I'll have you vote in here in just a second. So this is 3 sanguophages want to arrange a meeting on my map tile, and I can either allow it, and they will gift me xenogerm implantation, aka become a sanguophage, low shield pack or gunlink, or I can betray them and imprison all 3 xenophages, or all 3 sanguophages if I betray them. Up to 3. You know, we might kill them or lose or whatever, so I'll have you vote in that in a second. But first, this quest. Bandit Camp. Because there's a lot of genes that sanguophages have that are implantable for us to use. So, you know, there could be a reason to go do that. Well, why are you feeding them? What's going on here? Let me double check this meal privileges. Simple meals is simple meals. I'm pretty sure I just saw Jiv, or whatever the name is, get a fine meal. Maybe they ate it for themselves. Maybe I misinterpreted. Okay, so I should accept the bandit camp. What reward to accept? And that's the wrong quest. What reward to accept? Harp. Altex vest. Or goodwill. Again, a little reminder that psycasters are not allowed in the community. So, although we could vote for Altex vest, I'm not going to be using it myself. Give you just 1 minute to vote on that, and then we'll have you vote on the vampire quest. So there's the advanced components that we need for the multi-analyzer. And I suppose if we used up the plasteel for that, I'm not going to save the plasteel for... I'm not going to save the plasteel for the soft scanner. I'm just going to make more for the bionics. That makes most sense. Harp in the ritual room? Well, we could. It is going to be a nice one, I think. Masterwork. Makes people happy. Okay. I will set up a lamp here so that the person working at the ground pan scan at least has some light. And then maybe, because it is outdoors, and I'll set up a dining room chair. Or perhaps a leather one. Make it real comfy, real plush. Okay, so except for harp. Got it. Now what about the blood meeting? Do I accept the blood meeting? Yes or no? Just 1 minute to vote on that. My gene bank is full. So the purpose of this is just so that I can embed the cabling inside, which will limit the amount that a feedback event can damage things and set things on fire. It also just looks nicer and is repairable and defendable, etc., etc., etc. All the reasons to smooth out walls. We're still hauling steel. It takes a while. Can mechs fail tasks? Hypothetically, yes, but not normally. They have a skill of 10, which means that they won't normally fail. For most tasks, you need at least a skill of like 8 to not fail anymore. So I don't think he can even fail, but they can definitely be damaged to the point where they're not really constructing. So what reward for the blood meeting? So we can either betray them, take the low shield pack, or the gun link. Two and a half minutes to vote on that. Comfort, 90%. Ah, it's better than nothing. Somewhat plush. I suppose I'll, in the morning, hit client with yet another work drive. Mechs look fairly charged. No immediate needs there. A lot of the prisoners are up and about, including Brent, who has pretty deep certainty because of his, well, that's kind of funny. The loss factor because of too smart and kind fighting against one another. Yeah, he's going to be a bit harder to convert unless we have a successful ritual, I think. Work drive. Shut down one of the workbenches so that we can start scanning. Yeah, I can flick them off. Flick one off. I do have 3 people doing int. It's actually, yeah, I'll keep it off. But I do have 3 people doing intellectual pursuits, so hypothetically, when the other 2 benches are full, they should default to the ground pen. But it really depends on work priorities, because it looks like Klein is mostly smithing, so he's not really doing research. So it's just Azzy and Diamond. Because Klein's always smithing. All right, I think it's pretty safe to say that we're going to betray. So I'm going to accept for like a gun link, but obviously we're not going to give Octave or his 2 friends anything. Now there is one very powerful tool to fight sanguophages, which I don't think I'm going to need to use, which is fire. Sanguophages are pyrophobic. They are absolutely dreadfully afraid of fire, and sometimes it makes them flee uncontrollably from fire. So if you are having a hard time fighting sanguophages, you can shut them down pretty good by lighting fires around them, but only if you're having a tough time. Something tells me we should be okay. I could be wrong. We'll see. But you voted 1? Yeah, I'm still doing 1. Research. I'm going to get carpets so that I can make the ritual room look a bit nicer. I think it's actually just the fact that we don't have ideological carpets to begin with, so maybe that's not even helpful. If that's not going to be helpful, I'll do meds production and have you guys pulled. So, recon armor, precision rifle and gun turrets, double strand, flak armor mortars. What else is there that could be useful? Multi-barrel weapons, so I'm just going to call it miniguns. So that's all it leads to. Tox gas. If you want toxic weapons. I am right now relying on toxifier generators, which is fine, but if you want me to do power tech, additional power tech, I'll include that on the list as well, like solar, wind, geothermal. So, there's the poll. Oh, did you vote for precision rifling? Yeah, maybe I'll queue that up. I think you're right. Cheers. It's a lot to keep track of. Alright, sanguophages have arrived. So let's take a quick look at them. We've got Jude. So here's their here's the xenogenes, and one of the xenogenes is tender skin, which they take extra flame damage. And then another one is pyrophobia. They're scared of fire, so they weakness to fire. They're also slower in the daytime, so fighting sanguophages in the daytime is probably smart. So let's prepare to betray. What we want to do is we want to actually bring them in, because if I betray them when they're near the edge of the map tile, they're going to run. So I'm going to let them come and start their meeting. And what they do is they throw down some like ritual candles in your colony and start the whole creepy ritual thing. I don't know where their candles are going to be placed down, but I'm going to wait for them to place them so that we can get the drop on them. Initially, it might not be a terrible idea for someone like Azzy to drop a Molotov on him as the start of the fight. Get them set on fire, because they do take bonus flame damage. So where is my... I never remember where my Molotovs are. I need to make like a special bench for it. So how about I do that instead of complain? I could also have Bryce breathe fire on them. Maybe I'll do that instead. That's a pretty awesome opener. Hey, vampires! Spitting fire. Yeah, I'll be doing that for sure. That sounds much cooler. So where are you guys meeting? Please don't be meeting in a flammable room. Oh, it's going to be in my retro room. So here's their dark ritual. A Klein. Call the bots in. Robots don't take flame damage, so yeah, I'm gonna use that to my advantage here. Waiting on mass. Oopsie! Oh, it was super effective. It was super effective. This dude went straight to the ground. Like, instant win. I like it. We're gonna have a little bit of a spicy hot room. So let's fight this fire quickly. Because it's gonna be a bit of a problem, to be honest. Group 1, dormant. Group 2, work. That was a one and done. I don't really need to worry about tending to them because they're vampires. They don't die unless I cut their heads off. So I can take my time with the whole that part. As long as they don't get back up. What do I need? I need to put them somewhere. Oh man, the prisoners I have. Did they need a separate prison? Nah. I don't think so. If I can burn them once, I can burn them twice, right? I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but the other thing I could do if I want to harvest them is to cut their legs off so that they can't be a problem for me. So maybe I'd go do that to neutralize any possible future threat that they could pose. I'll have them be legless. Is probably a wise idea. One of them has a detox lung? Oh, yeah, you do. Well, we're gonna have to clear out this wooden, Oh, you know what I could do? I could just make this for prisoners and have this be a bed. Done. Why are their genes regrowing? So sometimes vampires, when they recently converted, will have genes regrowing on arrival. So like Octave here has genes regrowing for 2 years, which means he's not going to be useful anytime soon for genetic ripping. What you can do to someone like Octave is take his kidneys and lungs, because vampires can live without kidneys and lungs, so he's a really good organ donor if we need organs. He also just like lost consciousness and is now in bed, is in deep rest or whatever, death rest. So I'll have you vote on what to do with them in a minute. This is going to be for colonists for now. I don't want them hauling there. So Jude, I am going to take that detox lung. Remove left lung. No, mass. Don't use real meds. Carry. There we go. And I'm going to use herbal meds on you, because if I fail, hopefully I won't break the lung, but like if I fail, you're not going to die. Unless I fail in such a way I cut off your head. Which is, yeah, there we go. There's the lung. You know, while I'm here, I am going to take your other organs. Your kidneys, your lung, your heart, your liver. Just going to do it all. They're mine now. Do missing body parts regrow? No. Vampires are scarless, so any scars that they get will regrow, or will heal, but missing body parts are not scars. There's one kidney. And the other kidney. Getting a little dirty in there. Maybe I'll let Diamond sleep. Octave is flashing because he's in, he's 0 hemogen, I think. So he's in a bit of like a withdrawal, if you will. Alright, there is the lung. So now you're lungless and kidneyless. What else can we do to you? Our Legionnaires are very anti-vampire, by the way, if you may have noticed in the story. Because vampires, at least in the lore for this series, are also a very elitist, like the Shattered Empire is. So that's why we have a no sanguophage rule, and that's why we are treating vampires like the organ donors that they are. So there's no more organs to rip out of this one, so get the heck out of my bed. And you have lots of organs. Oh, good. The one I want to recruit's in a fight. Mass, you can practice this operation. Here, just punch... there we go. Let's carry Octave and bring him over. I could pull him out of death rest if I wanted to. I don't care. They're less trouble if they're in death resting. Because they're kind of unconscious, so... It totally works for me for them to be, you know, sleeping. Although they're in such critical condition, I literally can't even wake them up. Yoink. That's one organ. So, what are the cooldowns on them? Cart, you can be gene extracted right now. So let's go do that. And then the other two are recent converts. So, should I gene murder Octave? His genetics, I'm not going to be able to extract anything from him for 2 years. So it might not be worth putting him... It might not be worth waiting 2 years until I can actually pull stuff out of him. So I can pull out of him once, and it kills him. And then... That way I don't have to wait forever. Just a thought. Maybe a med shelf in the research hospital room would be useful? Yeah, I'm using herbal right now, and I'd rather keep my herbal frozen so that it doesn't decay, although the decay timer is pretty long. I'm fine with a little bit of running. Because knowing me, if I move a herbal shelf in here, I'm just going to lose an entire stack of herbal. Given how terrible we are in this colony at growing, that's a lot of... That would be sad. Oh, we're feeding them hemogen? I guess that's fine. Alright, Warlord, you're done with your organs? Yep. Alright, capture. I don't think any of the others had organs, right? No one else? Nope. Cool. Alright, so we had a whole bunch of organs from them. Just quit fighting Brent, Jesus. The one guy I want to recruit just had his ear ripped off. You know what, Nate? Cut it out. We can always put the ear back on, but it's getting kind of annoying. Can I set the newt shelf higher priority? Yeah. Yep. What did we just do? Mass use go juice, I think? Yep. They know he's the chosen one? Yeah, he's the only one that we're trying to convert. Everyone else... We're not, except for Nate, and that was accidental. So if you do want to become a vampire, by the way, once you have them captured and they're unconscious, you can absorb the xenogene, and then you take sanguophage as your species as a result. Obviously, it's against the rules here, but that would be how to force convert. And if you do that, and their genes are regrowing, it would kill the vampire. If their genes are not regrowing, you can absorb their xenogerm and it doesn't kill them in the process. Just to let you know about how those mechanics work. But the vampire has to be knocked out, like unconscious. So if you want to become a vampire, you can beat them until they're knocked on the ground and then take their xenogerm from them. And then whether or not they're on cooldown determines whether or not they're killed. Okay, we got Blood Feeder, which is completely not useful for cartridge. And you guys voted that we gene murder Octave, so we'll queue that up. I can sell Blood Feeder, I guess. Could be worse. I was hoping, because there's a lot of genes in them that would be a lot more useful. So the ones that obviously are not useful because they're specific to being hemogen would be this first row, are all hemogen genes. But we could perhaps get super fast wound healing or tox immunity or robust out of them. Or strong melee or dark vision, right? There's a lot that are not vampire specific that we could use for implantation if we're lucky. Can you force xenogerms onto the prisoners for more interesting genes? You could force... Yeah, you could do that. It puts you on a long cooldown for your genes to regrow after the fact, so it's not efficient. It's possible, but it makes no sense to do unless you're going the real long game of like, oh, I'm willing to wait for years for their genes to regrow in order for me to then harvest them again. And all that it would allow you to do is to extract that same gene that you already have. So it doesn't make too much sense. But again, it's possible. I just don't understand why you would bother. So I don't have the remaining plasteel to make the bionic leg, but I'll put that on the back burner for later on suspend. Actually, I don't even need to suspend it if I don't have the plasteel. I don't really know if I care about a harp. I'm not, like, obligated to go. There is a gold mining site. Controlled by Hockey? That's not actually independent group without broader diplomatic consequences. Doesn't say, so 183 gold. That's not terrible. We could do that. Hey, Travasker. Thank you for the resub. I make it look even better? Hey, I try. So about 5 days from now, we'll have another batch of Gene Strip. The other question I have for you all is... I guess I don't need to necessarily... 26 days isn't unreasonable for Jude. I mean, that's about a half a year, but it's not unreasonable to wait. Hey, Zero, thanks for the gifted subs. Eat all the peoples? On Thursday, I will. You better believe it. Oh, I haven't given Yoda a treat? Buddy. So the ground pen scanning has not been going very well. Diamond, I'm going to have you flick this stuff off, and we're just going to go full scanning mode. Oh, no, Azzy's on it. Which just means Diamond's going to be more idle, but hey, whatever. Something else I'm going to do, now that I have transport pods, is I'm going to send a care package to the neighbor that I want to be allied with, so that I can start calling in trade caravans, because that's another really good way to get plasteel. You voted that I get it from ground scanner, and like I will eventually, but I'm a little impatient and feel like I want it now is, I guess, the kind of energy I'm channeling right now. So I'm going to send them just a whole lot of junk that I don't really care for. I'll keep one of the flame bows. The good one, I guess. I'll keep the normal chain shotguns. And hopefully this is enough of a care package to have them friends with me. Send them hemopacks for medical use only. I should have. I don't need to feed them to my vampires. To my sanguophages. Mudge wants to deliver 330 toxic waste packs for me for stuff. A plant skill? No, I'm just not even going to consider that. Oh, nice. So Octave just gave up tox immunity, aggressive, and pretty in one gene pack. None of those are hemogenes. So that gives us toxic gas immunity and toxic resistance 100%, and also removes the penalties for acidic smog or toxic fallouts. Aggressive, which gives you a higher chance that your mental breaks are violent and you social fight more often, but also pretty. Not bad. Not bad at all. Should I gene murder Jude? What do you guys think? So she's on slightly longer of a cooldown of 26 days. And I can stick her in now or wait 26 days to harvest her safely. Does this get loaded? No, they're still loading it. Crisis of belief. His belief in low teeth has been reduced. Shouldn't I take the organs of the last standing vampire? I should. Mass, you want some more practice? Oh god, we're doing it in here? Don't do it in there. I have to kind of kick them out of bed here. Because he's conscious, which means he's just going to continue to pick a new bed in there. There we go. You probably, yeah, you need sleep. Oh, wait. Beggars need charity. 700 silver for a bunch of children. I'll have you vote on that in just a second. You guys want to gene murder Jude. Do we offer charity? Just because we're soldiers doesn't necessarily mean we don't agree with charity. We're actually fighting so that hussars and pigskins and genies and Neanderthals can be treated better. So it canonically kind of makes sense to offer charity to others if we can afford it. But I leave the choice up to you anyway. Wow, this droner is crushing Klein's mood. Just go to sleep, buddy. Stay asleep. Stay asleep as long as you can. Vice, you need... Oh, you know what? I have the mechs forced behind the walls. It's probably too late in the season to actually grow much of anything now. That takes a long time to grow, because we're almost into summer. But I'll try for Devil Strand anyway. I'm sure it's going to die off, but who knows. Maybe I'll get lucky. It's at least something for the robot to do. Alright, Jude. They voted yes, so bye-bye. And Mass, you are awake. What are the difference of skills? Oh, maybe I should get Azzy to level up. Yeah, why not that? Having 3 doctors is better than 2. And Mass, you're going to start to deliver silver to our charity askers. Nothing like an involuntary death rest, ripping organs out. Alright, you're welcome. It's rare that we actually do charities, but, you know, you aren't a bunch of racist, Oh no! Oh no! No! Survive! Oh, why? Why would it do that right after I finally decide to be charitable for once? I didn't betray you! Damn cat. For real? Who has the silver on them? Wait, give me that silver back. Solus? Get back here! Refund! Sorry, Lumpy, that you had to witness me do that to your friend there. Nothing like sticking in the go juice for the little extra boost. Now that's evil? I mean, cougars be cougarin'. It's not my fault. I just get blamed for the damage that the cougars caused. Yeah, if I'm betraying them and they've gone hostile to me because they're blaming me, no, you know what? It's not evil. They blamed me for something that was clearly not my fault. And then they marched off in a huff. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to be back for those guys. No, that's not my fault. Oh, man, Klein. What is going on there? Do you want to do more drugs? You kind of done all the drugs that we can. He is having a mental breakdown here. So many organs. Universal organ donor. Vampires. Rebuff by mass. Alright, so strong intellectual. That's a nice one. Plus 4 int. Not as good as the great intellectual, which is plus 8. But hey, it's something. From a dead vamp. The cooldown on the others is about 3.5 days. Should I gene murder others or cycle for harvest? So this is, should I wait for the cooldowns or should I just harvest them anyway? Waiting for the cooldowns will yield me more genes, but maybe not useful ones. It really depends on who I'm harvesting. Whereas just going for it, you know, means that they die in the process if they die. We don't need to be wet while we do this. Let me build a roof over Diamond. Be the nice thing to do, I think. Oh yeah, the pot drop. Alright, let's drop to +9. Is that gonna matter? Almost. It's close. So 3 more and we'll be allied. I'll send them some organs. They don't need to know where the organs came from. I hope they don't ask. 'Cause, yeah. I don't want to tell them where they came from. Actually, let me get rid of some of the... Nope, organs are fine. 5 lungs and 5 kidneys. Sending them genes would work too. Yeah. Genes do decay pretty quickly out of the gene bank, but given that my gene pool is just about full, that would have been totally doable as well. Oh, what? I just lost a whole bunch of... because of the natural towards good... Oh, darn it. Alright, let's cancel that. I'm going to do what you just suggested, which is to send genes as well, because I just lost a whole bunch of rep with them. Because the game is like, teehee, you're getting close to your goal, so yoink. Gonna screw with you now. Oh, RimWorld. It's because it hit the 15th of April, May. It's the end of the season. Where the relationships reassess. So after we get precision rifling, I'll go for power tech, maybe geothermal. Although I don't really think I have any geysers near me. I have this one that I could probably guard, but there's not a lot of easy access. If someone sent you 5 lungs and 5 kidneys in a care package, would scare the bejesus out of you? Yep. Me too. I would not want that to be, like, shipped to my house. That would freak me out. I would feel like I'm being framed for being a serial killer or something. That would be my immediate assumption. Alright, genes. So which ones do we not want? Blood feeder we can gift. Weak. Poor plant, slow heal. So we'll gift these as well. I just realized I have art somewhere. Yeah, here it is. I'm way overdue for the conversion ritual, as I've just not made that a priority. Thank you for tuning in to We Are Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 30th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Legion.